Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to compute the Casework Effectiveness Scale or the CES-10 scale. The Casework Effectiveness Scale or CES-10 has been recently published. I am the first and corresponding author of the article, and the scale is publicly available. I will be sharing the link to the article as well as the scale in the description. So please have a look at that. Now, going back to the scale itself, the scale is actually a 10 item scale. It is a unidimensional scale, and the scoring is provided at the bottom of the scale, as you can see here. Now, we're going to be using this scoring pattern to compute the total score as well as the different levels of effectiveness. So, here we have some data. This is fictitious data. We have 30 respondents or 30 clients who have undergone casework. So we'll be basically computing the total score first and then categorizing the total score into the different levels as provided in the scale. To first compute the scale, if you read the scale's description or the scoring pattern, you will see that the maximum score is actually 40 and the minimum possible score is 0. And that higher scores indicate higher levels of casework effectiveness. So to first compute the total score, we need to go to transform, compute. So we put in all the items here, all the 10 items quickly. Right. So that's the total items. We'll call it total score and then click OK. We can also label it, by the way, and call it total score here. That's the name and here's the label. So we say total space score. Then click continue and then click OK. So here we have the total score that's been computed. Now, if you go back to the scoring mechanism, you'll see that the maximum possible score is 40 and the minimum possible score is 0, and that 0 to 12 levels are considered low, 13 to 25 are moderate, and 26 above are considered high. So we need to categorize them into 0 to 12, 13 to 25, and then 26 and above. So for this, again, we have to go to transform. Here we select recode into different variables and then select the total score, put it in the box over here, select it, click on old and new values. Under range, if you look at the scoring, it's 0 to 12, which is considered low. So the range will be 0 through 12, and we'll call it 1. So anyone who scores between 0 to 12 will be 1. And if you go back to the score, it says anyone between 13 to 25 is moderate. So we'll go 13 and we type here 25 and we call it 2. So anyone who scores between 13 to 25 will be in group 3. And of course, the third level is high level, which is 26 and above. So we go here and select range value through highest, select 26 and then call it value 3 and then click on add. So now we've added all three, click continue. Here we say, we call this different levels. So we'll say LVL CES. So level of casework effectiveness. Here too we can call it level of casework effectiveness and then click change, then click OK. So now you can see the total score has been converted into different levels. There's one more thing we need to do before we complete this process. We'll have to value the labels. So here we click on 1 and we call this low because if you remember, the first category was low. The second category was moderate and the third category was high. Click add and then click OK. So now that we've computed the total score as well as the different levels, what's the next step? The next step possibly would be to calculate the percentage. So for that we go to analyze, descriptive statistics, we can go to frequencies, scroll down, select level of effectiveness, put it in there, click OK, and then go to the output to see the different level. So here you can see that none of the respondents seem to have a low level of effectiveness. It seems that the majority, a slight majority, 56%, seem to have experienced a high level of casework effectiveness. followed by those who have experienced moderate level, which is 43%. So this is a simple scale that can easily be calculated. If you have any doubts or questions, please leave them in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer. I hope that this scale will be useful for social work practitioners, social work researchers, as well as students who want to understand whether their casework intervention was effective in the field. So that's about it. Thanks for watching and bye for now.